Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another jam-packed, action-sonified episode of Bugsy Slugg, playing some Astraeos. We're gonna get rid of these clouds. So what's going on today? Well, I'm not sure. I think we need to grow a little bit. We have more. Oh, what am I doing? Idiot. I am a moron. This is going to be our last Tuesday stream on Astraeos. We're going to be keeping this to a weekly thing. We got Gilda, we got Bugs. If I'm not mistaken, did we not? Oh, you know what? I think we tamed. I'm pretty sure I thought we tamed yeah, here they are. All right. Oh my god. Well, guess what? This one is going to be our main Anki for a bit. Now we are going to go get a Doad as well. We need to make an Ankylosaurus saddle pronto. Also, another reason we gotta build a wall because we got too many animals coming in here. So we're gonna build a wall all the way from here, all the way across. Try to get as far back as possible. Because we need to start looking at expanding our base a little bit. Just want to make sure everybody's hearing me. Looks like my audio is working. I just got to make sure my microphone's working. Yes, it is. Good. All right. Sorry. I had to restart my computer. By the way, I'm still single PCing it right now. I will be hopefully sometime before the weekend. Maybe even tomorrow I might see if I can get it set up. I had some issues I had to take care of before. I need to get a headset. And I might order one, but I'm not sure if I can get it on time before we stream. And also, I need to move my entire desk. We're going to go see if we could get this red drop over here. I think we should just take this entire island right up into the rocks over here. We'll clear cut this entire island. Look at that. There's a Bronto right there. What level is this Bronto? Level 55. A little bit on the low side. Still, it's a Bronto. I mean, probably not quite ready to... what's this? Another Bronto. Level 30, but it's got a baby with it. Alright, let's get this red drop. So what's going on? Okay, so, next week, I am probably going to be jumping into some new stuff, and I'm thinking about jumping back into Enshrouded again. So, a lot of it I gotta be honest, inspiration comes from Neebs Gaming because I love watching them, and I played Enshrouded and I didn't really do very much in it, and I figure, you know what? The only thing is I don't know how easy it's going to be. Oh, good drop. We got some good weapons out of that one. Also, we got to get Drakelings so we can get some better equipment. Was there a yellow drop nearby? I don't think so. Okay. All right, we're going to head back. We're going to see if we can get ourselves a nice little try to get ourselves a saddle for our Anki, and then maybe we'll gather some metal and start working towards getting ourselves some better stuff. By the way, I want to say something, and I don't usually get into these things. Actually, I do. I'm a nut as far as when it comes to space travel and stuff like that. But on this last week has been insane. We went back to the moon for the, well, we didn't. Well, there was one Canadian on board. So yeah, well, technically we did. U.S. led mission Artemis 2 did their flyby of the moon this week, and it was amazing. I'm going to put this Enki out. Let's see, he's probably got some levels. Oh, 71 levels. Well, I know where that's all going. Let's get this up to about 3,000. And then we'll just go nuts on melee. That way we can just slot cap this guy. Oh my god. Look at the melee on this. Alright. That's our metal dude. Alright, let's that's our trap. We need to get let's empty our inventory. First of all, I'm going to put all of our weapons and armor in here for now. So all this will go in here. This can go. That can go. I'm going to hold on to these arrows. Okay, we need to make an Ankylosaurus saddle. I don't think I think we gotta craft that in the smithy. So let's go to our smithy. Didn't mean to turn that on. Oops. Jeez, I can't spell today. Oh, I'm going in the wrong thing. Son of a bitch. All right, saddles. Ankylosaurus. And I got my caps on again. One Ankylosaurus saddle. We're going to keep an eye out for some good ones. I'm going to put this polymer in here. We just start looking at anything else that can go in here. We'll just throw the stone in here for now. So what do we need next? I really think we need to go for this industrial forge. So we need a lot more polymer. Oh, and let's go grab that. Did we make that saddle? I don't even know if I did. I might have just looked at it and not actually made it. Oh no, we did. Good. All right, let's go throw this saddle on the Anki. Okay, we need to make that farming mod. I'm going to be putting this in every one of our animals, by the way. All of our farming animals. Alright, Gilda. Bring you a little closer here. I'm gonna pull this guy out a little bit so that we're not accidentally hitting stuff we shouldn't be. Alright, before we go, I'm gonna go check on our... Let's get that brewing. We'll probably make a couple more furnaces. And might end up killing a couple of these guys, but I figure we'll get a bunch of metal, then we'll work on getting some flint. Okay, so... Damn it. All right, we need to go in here. All right, consume. Okay, we'll go get some metal, then we'll get some flint. And then we'll do, this guy's gonna kill almost everything, and he pretty much one-shot some of the bigger dinos right now. What else do we got planned? That's pretty much it. We're going to be back here on Astraeos on Thursday. Obsidian. We're probably going to need that later. We're getting close to the point where we could probably... I think we need to get some... Start making ammo and stuff. Start working on getting some good... maybe getting some more loot. Hitting some of the loot. I've kind of lucked out with loot as far as I can tell. Also got to remember this guy doesn't have the best stamina. But yeah, we're going back to the moon. I think, which is great, within my lifetime now, I wasn't even 1 year old when the last time we set foot on the moon. I was how old was I was probably 8 months old at the time. All right, we're gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can kill this. Oh, he's doing 2,000 damage. Got to keep some of that stuff. Oh, we got some ghillie Alpha Rex helmet or trophy. Oh, Ceratosaurus saddle. Not bad. Not bad. We got some good stuff. A blueprint for a sword. A Mantris saddle and a Dinotherium saddle. All right. Got some good stuff. Let's go grab this Anki. Man, we could probably fight a boss with this guy. Wiped out an entire flock of birds. Actually, I think those were Dimetrodons. Didn't mean to do that. They're usually relatively peaceful. Yo, getting babies is a good thing, and I'm wondering if getting trying to get a Gigantoraptor might not be a bad thing. Well, let's not get too far away from base. We'll start heading back. So, yeah, with the moon thing, December of 1972 is when the last time we went to the moon and actually landed on the moon. And I was thinking probably, I think 2030, 2028 is when they plan on doing the next moon landing. Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. I really like. A lot of people don't think it's practical, but I'm thinking, you know what? You guys don't know shit. It is practical. There's a lot of stuff that can be done. Imagine all the stuff that we haven't even discovered that's on the moon right now. It's too bad too, because I would have considered just streaming that. I'm not sure how legal it would have been though, but commentating on the moon landing or the flyby would have been awesome. Although I think it was pretty late, and usually I think I was already almost ready for bed when that actually took place. But they're on their way back, and they'll be splashing down in in a couple of days. I think the plan is to Splashdown's going to be taking place on oh, this metal starts spawning back already? I'm killing so many things that I don't really want to kill. Alright, we gotta settle down and get some... stamina. We're almost back home though. We need to get that stamina up. I'm not even worried about the other stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to gather we're going to see how much metal we got. I'm pretty sure it's a lot because it's our... We're playing the game on easy mode, but I just want to see how long it will take us to get through like this. Alright, let's land. Turn this off. Woo-hoo-hoo, look at that. All this Allosaurus stuff. We'll grab that. We'll grab this. Some of the stuff we can drop. We'll hold on to some of those pikes. They might come in handy later. All right, let's go unload this guy. Maybe we should make another couple of... Maybe let's make a few more... let's see. Forge. Okay, we need to get some... Actually, you know what? Let's transfer all the metal. How much do we got? Ooh, 12,000. We got 4, so let's put 4,000. This one. Ooh, that's gonna be a lot of metal. We really need it though. This is going to be really good for us. All right. We'll put 4,000 in this one. Actually, 3,000. I'm going to grab some of that excess metal and put it in our vending machine, which I think is upstairs. $6,100, 17, and 244. All right, that should keep us busy for kibble for a little bit. All right, now this guy should be pretty much empty now. Where is he? You know what? We really don't need any of this stuff. Yeah, we'll keep the arrows till we get the guns working. And we'll just drop everything. And let's okay, and then we're gonna switch you. Oops. Switch you from metal. Flint. Resume farming mode. I just don't want to hit any of these dinos. We gotta be careful. Oh shit, you know what? I think we killed a baby, I think I might have accidentally killed a baby iguanodon. Didn't mean to. Oops, dropped him. All right. Look at all that flint. All right. Problem is we gotta be careful not to overdo it on flint. All right, stone. How much stone do we have? Not much. We'll pull that. Let's make as much spark powder as we can. All right, I think now what we got as far as we got 61, and I think it's regular kibble. Oops, I'm looking at the wrong bird. Let's go find a doad and let's see if we could tame a couple of doads and try to get a baby. I did adjust the mature settings, so hopefully it won't be as bad. I think there should be some along the mountains over here. So, yeah, lots going on. I am seriously thinking about doing 5 days a week, starting probably at the end of April, maybe into May. I'm only going to do 2 hours during the weekdays, and I'm thinking what I might do is we'll do our Saturday and Sunday 8 o'clock streams, and then maybe we'll do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that yet. It might even be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And we'll do those for we'll do those in the morning or in the evening, 2 hours. I want to do more streaming. I just love streaming and I want to just do more of it. And there's stuff I want to do outside of just playing games all the time. So we might incorporate that into the streams somehow. Also, I think sometime today, again, we're only doing 2 hours tonight. Next week, though, I do want to do something different, and I'm on the fence about what game it's going to be, so I might do a poll on Thursday. If you want to participate in the poll, you could join my YouTube channel. I'll probably put it on there. And I might put the poll up on my X account. I'll probably put a list of games and see which one gets the most votes. Trying to keep an eye out for doads. So I think around here somewhere is where the bees area is. We're probably going to try to tame I want to get a Megatherium. And we're going to farm the cave for bee honey. Gotta go land. There's a couple games I'm looking at right now. Well, there is wow. I was thinking about playing RuneScape Dragon Wilds. There's another one. They've had some updates. If I play those games, it's going to be, I'll be starting fresh. I won't be playing a character I previously created. I'm also looking at finishing Final Fantasy at some point, but I have a feeling I don't know if I could beat the boss with the current group that I have. It's just not. I think I might have missed some stuff, so I might have to leave that boss fight area in order to get a better team together, or to get some of the elements we're going to need to do the boss fight. Oh, we got an Astro Argent. A lot of these astral creatures tend to drop some good loot, so we're probably going to try to get them as much as possible once we can get some good dinos going. Obviously, our Anki is a pretty good dino. Got us some pretty good stuff. Got Pachara. Saurus. This is where we tame the Ankies. Haven't seen any Doeds. It's kind of weird. I think there was like a 115 or something over here, but I think it got beat up and it kind of hid into its... There it is there. Now the only problem is that Anki's pretty beat up. We're gonna have to wait till it heals a bit. That's okay, we gotta build our trap anyway. I have levels gotta take care of. Alright. Might have to... Probably shouldn't have built it here, but Shit. It might be the best. We'll just have to take our time. Hopefully we don't kill it. Try not to do a lot of damage, but it's torpors. Doesn't go up very quick. Don't want to do any headshots. Missed. It might ball itself up. Might be able to knock it out before it balls up. But if it balls up, we'll just have to wait until he unballs himself. Not a fan that he turned around. This is a female, so we gotta find a male. Might be it. Oh, one more dart. All right, we got him. Got her. All right, Dottie. Yeah, we'll just give them all. Inherit stamina mutable, which is a good stat. I have to feed it some. I have to feed it some stuff. got some baby saber tooth out there. I think that they might be related to the ones we killed. Put some points into fortitude. It says 2, but I've had some issues with this kibble reading. It may not be 2. You can, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that like button and give me some tips. You got any ideas of how to play this game better? Don't be afraid to leave them in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you can. And if you're watching on Twitch, hey, you get a follow. It doesn't cost you anything, man. Might make a trophy thing for this. So we got a lot of metal. Once we get this doad, we're going to see if we can get a male. We'll try to get a baby going. We're down to 39. With our imprint stats, any level would probably do, so I'm not really worried about levels. I think at some point today though we're going to go take a look and see if we can find the Archothreposaurus, whatever they're called. We're not going to be able to tame them just yet, but we're going to try, and we're going to see if we can find them on this map. I have an idea where they might be. There we go. Oh yeah, should only take 2. We'll have to go get some more. We'll take this guy back, let him heal up a little bit. So I've heard one of the better dinos to use against the is what's it called again? Jeez, I can't think of his name. Manic armor are supposed to be really good to tame those things because you could use its freeze attack and it freezes it. And if you put all your points into melee and all your points into health, you could probably make them tanky enough. Hit him a couple times and then jump away, but jump off just as he does his animation to roar. So you can feed him the biotoxin. Which reminds me, we got to get a saddle for our turtle. So we could start looking at getting, we could probably get some biotoxin pretty easily. Gonna be a bit before that guy's ready. I don't want to fly away because I've noticed that if you go out of range, it kind of hurts the effectiveness. So we'll just wait until this thing's tamed and then we'll head out. We'll pick up the trap and head out. By the way, I'm getting a little bit of a cold, so I might end up muting my mic if I get into a coughing fit. So far, it hasn't been too bad. We're expecting a huge snowstorm coming through this area. I don't know how bad it's going to hit our area, but it's supposed to be hit further north of the city. Trying to keep an eye on those hyenas. Looks like they're kind of staying in that general area. They're not high level. We could probably easily take them. This looks like it's one with a couple of babies. How far along are you? A little bit more. Dragonfly. Pretty much done with Argents. Gilda here. Turned out pretty good. Might have to do something about this Argent here though. The one thing I do like about Lost Colony is the moon. The shattered moon in the sky just looks amazing. It's one of the best sights I've seen in this game in a long time. I am looking forward to playing on Genesis, which I think should be coming out in a little bit. Because I've never played on Genesis. And from what I understand, it's gonna probably be pretty difficult to play. They're gonna add there's gonna be a whole biome designed for there's a whole biome that's gonna be designed for like a giant ocean biome, which is gonna be they're going to have a pirate theme to it. And apparently you're going to be able to make your own ships, your own pirate ships. Which I can't wait. That's going to be fun. You can build like an entire base. We're going to call this one Dottie. Alright, Dottie. I'll pick you up. Alright, let's see. We'll put Dottie back over towards our base. We'll keep an eye out for more doads. It's kind of funny how when you're looking for something specific, you can't find it. Might have to hit some of these little islands. Maybe we might find them there. What I might do with Dot though is maybe we'll go get some stone, craft we don't really need, although like I said, that I don't know how much stone we'll get with Dot just by herself. Wow. How did I get so many levels with this guy? We didn't really do a whole lot. Oh my god, it's an hour already. 2 hours seems a little short, but we're just gonna do our thing and then we'll wrap it up in 9. But yeah, we're gonna probably do more 2-hour streams during the week. I'm just trying to figure out what days to do it on. And again, we're gonna mix it up a little bit. We're not gonna play Ark every night. I'm thinking Enshrouded is one thing we could try. The other one would be Dragon Wilds. Both of those games are very hard to play solo though. But if I get better at the game, I might be able to play it solo. I'd love to play 7 Days to Die, but the only problem is that game's a first-person game, and I get dizzy playing first-person games, so... And it usually really wrecks me badly. Alright. I'm gonna put Dot out. It's already got levels. It's got some pretty good stats. Let's make sure you're on passive or neutral. Alright, we're gonna go grab a couple more pieces of kibble. And we're gonna go look for another doad. I gotta get some lighting in here. Alright, what we're gonna do is... Where is Guild? Out there. Guild is getting better. If we could get some more levels on her, we'll probably be able to start using her as a... We could get further along. We don't have to worry about our stamina as much. But I was thinking what we could do is... I'm going to go over towards this plateau area over here. Also, we need to start looking at making some teleporters. But once we get the metal and crystal and some more electronics going, we'll be able to teleport. What level is this guy? 130 male. I think we need a female though. I'll have to take a look and see what kind of Archelon we got. Level 55 female. They're pretty easy to tame. I like it when they keep the taming mechanisms really simple. Like, technically, one of the best dinos in the game to use for boss fights is the Dinosuchus. Pretty easy to tame. And I think the Arcro is going to be one of the better dinos. I think a lot of people are going to be using them for boss fights. They buff each other. Unless they nerf it, which is possible because they might be a little bit too powerful. Maybe they'll make it so you can't use them in boss fights. Because they're kind of in between the Gigas and they're kind of in the middle of a Giga and a Archa. Or they're the in between a Giga and a Tyrannosaurus. And they hit hard. They actually can do a lot of damage. They have a stomp attack. So our goal right now is to upgrade the rest of our base to stone. Start working on a wall, which I'm going to make out of foundations. I'm not going to use stone foundations. I'm just going to use regular foundations. This would be an ideal place to find a doad. Big rocky area. It's unreal how many aloes there are in these maps. 95 Rex, not bad, not bad. I've already seen, so there's tech gigas. It seems like the tech gigas on this map seem to be a little bit more common than the regular gigas. There is a Karcha on the map, but I will be taming the gigas because they seem to be the better. They're easier to tame. I will attempt a Karcha tame at some point, but I haven't mastered it yet. I might try the trap method. I'm going to try to tame a lot of stuff that I haven't. Like, another thing I haven't tamed is... God. Another thing I haven't tamed is this Ceratosaurus. I was just going to say that when I think it either died or fell off a cliff. Actually, I think it died. It must have fallen off the cliff. I'm not seeing it anywhere though. Ooh, that's a nice Rex. I don't have enough darts. I don't even know if we have enough darts to take out a doad. And I'm thinking, from what I understand, bison milk works with, bison milk works with, wyverns. So I might get a bison when we start taming the wyverns, because on my single player setting, I don't think it's going to be easy to imprint. Okay, that's where wyvern, there's another wyvern trench over in the desert area. Also, a snow owl wouldn't be a bad thing. Oh, is that a Karcha? No, it's... Yeah, it is. Wow. Nice. I didn't know they'd spawn here. If we're gonna get a Dinosuchus, it'll be over there. I was thinking Dinosuchus paired with a couple of maybe 2 or 3. We get about 3 or 4 Dinosuchus and 3 or 4 Arcro. We could probably just destroy bosses like crazy, especially with our, if we get them imprinted. I'm looking at Rexes just in case we can't find. I'm pretty sure they're on the map. Oh, that's a Tech Rex. Tech Rex? Nice. Couple of Tech Rexes so far. I think they've been both females though. That's not bad. I mean, getting a... We'll have to come back here later. Get a few... Maybe we'll... Like a mix of different type of creatures in our army. I'm also going to get working on making saddles and stuff for everything. Also, gotchas. I'm probably going to be just taming gotchas. And we'll just get a couple, like a couple of... we'll tame a couple to... just get a gotcha farm going. Get a bunch of crystals. And just maybe we'll breed them and get some imprinted gotchas so we can get some really good stuff. Again, this is more exploration right now. We do need to get some stone though, so maybe we'll... What I might do is just take that... If we can't find a good... If we can't find a good doed, we'll just take the one we got and gather some stone real quick. Probably just make a primitive saddle for now. I should probably take a look. There might be a better saddle. Is that a baby? Why did that mammoth look so small? Got a astral dire wolf. Coming close to the area where the gotchas are. Like I said, at some point we're going to try to get a couple of gotchas. I'm going to wait until we get like a good base set up. We're not moving. We're going to stay where we're at and we're just going to build around that house. I'm going to have a kind of like what we have on my on our server. We're gonna probably build, and by the way, I think the next, instead of single player, I might build a server specifically for playing Ark by myself. That way I have a little bit more control, but I got to figure out how I'm gonna do that. Also, this PC that I'm playing on, once I have the streaming PC set up, I'll be using Wi-Fi on this one. I'm gonna go grab this drop. It's no water though. Ooh. Spinos. I remember seeing as many. Oh, no, there was always Spinos. They always spawn in certain areas. Oh, beaver down. We need cementing place. That's where we're going to get it. And there is a baryonyx, a low level one. Decent caving dinosaurs. Some Dedon probably will be good to have. Might work on getting one of those just to keep. I'm trying to find where those gotchas are. I know that they were in an area that wasn't. Got a couple of megatheriums over here. Yeah, we could get a pair. Because I think you have to breed the bison in order to get the milk. The snow biome's back there. It's actually very small. Not a lot to it. Is that a... Oh, decent levels. Argent over there. I'm not taming a gotcha. I just want to see if they're here. Another thing I'm keeping an eye out for is the new dino. I'm pretty sure they're on the map, I just don't know where. What is that? Oh. Mammoths. Mammoths wouldn't be a bad thing to have. They are actually one of the more decent animals to get. Oh, I might have passed it. Hoy. There's also a cave where you can get reapers, and I think it's in this area, actually. What the heck's going on? Do We hit a wall? Yep, we can't go any further. Let's check the map. You're stupid. Oh, we got some. Is that shell? I don't think that was shale. Yeah, we're on the edge of the map. Apparently, the map is 80% done. And there's one more area that we can't get to that once it unlocks, it should be pretty cool. We got to tame some of these new dinos they got in too. Let's see if we could tame a couple of Mega 3. Oh, there's a baby there. Can we get the baby? Nah, let's not take a chance. Megatheriums get hit hard. When they're enraged, they can be pretty dangerous. We're going to go a little bit into the snow biome, even though I don't know if we have the clothes for it. And then we're going to start heading back. Got a couple Ankies there. 115 man. Another Megatherium. I remember taming a snow owl with my brother here. It was not easy. They are really fast once they start running, once you get them down a certain level. Yudi. Probably gonna get a Yudi at some point. We're still on the edge of the map. Yeah, there's a wall there, you just can't see it. I think we're pretty close to where the pig fight is. Yeah. We're gonna have to kill some ceratosauruses so we can get some hemoglobin going. Is that a doed down there? Nope, an Anki. Look at that. Yeah, I was having a rough time finding Yankees. And then all of a sudden, there's like tons of them. watch, when I need a Megatherium, I'm not going to be able to find it. So, at some point, when I start playing the game again, and I'm comfortable with my skill, and I'm never comfortable with my skill because I always underestimate myself, but I think what I might end up doing is testing some of these other dinos in boss fights. Just to try it out, see if it works. Like 20 Allosauruses with like max level salad, because they have a pack bonus, plus they have they do bleed damage. Give me 1 second. Just gonna switch this real quick. Need to check something real quick. Switch back. Boom. All right. But yeah, we're hitting our I think it's gonna be my third, maybe I think it's gonna be my third year streaming in August. No plans. I might do an anniversary stream, but it won't be on the actual anniversary. It'll be probably a few days later. I might go and do like a 12-hour stream or something. We're still on the edge of the map. I think there's a snow biome might be back that way. Not going to worry too much about it. I'm going to go to the edge of the swamp here. I want to see Dinotherium. Because we're going to probably try to, like I said, I want to see if we can do a little mix, a little bit of everything to fight the bosses. Also, I've got it on good authority that the new Hydra boss is extremely difficult. So we might need like a full 20-piece group to fight this thing. I just want to see if there's any Dinotherium in here. See what kind of, again, we're not worried too much about levels, mainly because our stats are pretty insane when we imprint. So assuming we can imprint, I've been trying to adjust the baby mature rate so that we don't, because they're maturing to adult within minutes, like quick, and it's I can't get the imprints. Don't want to get too low because of the capros. So far not seeing any. Usually you can hear them chomping. There's another swamp area we'll check out later, maybe on Thursday. I haven't seen the new We saw it on Lost Colony, the Acro, but I haven't seen it on this map yet, so we'll keep an eye out for it. Oh, there we go. Level 50. Too simple kibble. Still pretty expensive, and he's kind of getting his ass kicked by a Baryonyx, by it looks, and a Sarco. All right, we're gonna head back. Don't want to get too crazy. We go too far this way, there's wyverns over there. So, what else do we have planned? That's going to be in August. I'll probably do a 12-hour stream. It'll be on a Saturday or Sunday. No plans to do any marathons where I'm going to be doing like 5 or 6 days straight for a while. I might do like on holidays. I might do like a stream on the holiday. Like we got our next big holiday is going to be Victoria Day, which will probably be, I think it's the first week of May or it might be near the end of May. I can't remember. I think it's coming up though. Okay, we're going to go back. We're going to go load up the solo farming mod on the... We're not going to get a whole bunch of stone, but it's going to be more than what we normally get, so I'm not too worried. But we're going to get some stone, make some spark powder, and then get those... get those furnaces going so we can get some good amount of metal. There's some really nice looking creatures right now. It's probably because of the Easter. I don't know if me and my brother are going to get the Easter stuff because trying to find the eggs on Lost Colony aren't that easy. So... And I haven't really looked for it here. You know what? Come to think of it, I don't even know if I have the mod loaded on here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. By the way, I won't be using the admin mod that much unless something happens where I get desperate and I need something. But I think we're, from what I understand, if I could find where that, I'm gonna go get this real quick. Oh, and also in the desert areas, there's NPCs that attack you. Skeletons. Aquasau. Oh, we don't need that. Better crossbow. That's not too bad. We got that just before it disappeared. Actually, it disappeared because we emptied it. That's why. I'm not that smart. Never mind. It's a 95. I don't know if I want to take him on. We do need to get those spines because I am going to try to tame one of those normal. There's a lot of new creatures that we need to tame, and I gotta find out what the taming method is. There's that new, actually we should go take a look at that. We only got a half hour though. Really need to get that stone, so we'll go, we'll head back and... Wasted a lot of time looking for something that probably isn't even in the area where we're looking. Need to upgrade the base though, so we're gonna probably do a little bit of building, get that get our base all up, and this one's almost at 3,000, and we'll be in good spot. Won't have to worry about stamina anymore. Once we get the house updated, I am going to do I'm going to start making more probably start building a little bit of the wall, maybe get a stone behemoth gateway going. If we can't get the Arcro, we're gonna go with we're gonna get a Dinosuchus. I figure we'll go with 5 Dinosuchus imprinted, and maybe 1 Uteranus, and maybe 16. 16 T-Rexes. We're also going to need a shotgun or something that we could shoot the eye of the... Because we're going to do them in order. I'm going to start with the Cyclops. Then we're going to do the Medusa. And then we'll do... what was the other one? Oh, the Manticore is another one we gotta do. The Manticore will probably use wyverns. Lightning or fire. Lightning's probably preferred because lightning actually... I think you do more sustain damage. And then after the Manticore, there's the 2 pigs, which I think are actually relatively easy. And I wish I had some superior kibble. Oh, we're almost there. I just need to get some stamina and we'll head back. That guy actually walking to me. See, we lucked out on the one that we got because it just kind of swam and it was on shore. So I just grabbed some kibble and fed it. So it's so easy. Alright, we're going to go see if we have a Doad saddle, and then we're going to, if we don't, we'll make one, and then we'll take them around here and crush a bunch of rocks. Alright, first things first. Let's make this soul farming gimmick. I still got a piece of kibble left. Oh, that's because we were looking for another one. Alright, let's go see if we can make a Doad saddle. need more stone. Okay, let's get our hatchet out. Let's go gather a couple of stone. Probably only take a couple of hits. One hit, look at that. Gotta put some stairs up here. All right. Technically, we don't need this. The saddle. Let's go put some of this other stuff away. No use carrying a whole bunch of stuff we don't need. We really need to get some organization going. There, drop that there. We gotta get some stuff for blueprints. That I'm gonna put into the... I'm gonna mount that. We need to make a trophy thing. Put this kite in here. Metal. Need to get a fridge soon. Starting to run out of room. Yeah, I can't even put this in there. What was I trying to put? Why didn't I grab? I went to grab this spoiled meat. All the stone that we do have. All right, let's go. Where's that Doad? All right, Dottie. I'm gonna saddle you up. Ah, shit. I probably moved the saddle into the... Good, he didn't hit the baby. I was worried he would hit the baby. Oh, just want to make sure all we're getting is stone. It's some of these big rocks on the shore here. Wouldn't be surprised if this thing's encumbered now. So another thing we need to make is a chainsaw. Okay, I think we're good to go. And a nice safe place for this guy to land. Let's turn off the mod. Oh yeah, he's encumbered. Oh yeah, lots of stone. All right. All right, so we want to bring some flint. Let's bring 2,060. Oh wait, 2560. I think that slot capped it though. And stone. Oops. Okay, we're going to bring in as much as we can. Okay, let's get these other ones fired up. He's only a stack to 100. Man, that's been a fast 2 hours. Didn't feel like I got very much accomplished, but we did pretty good. You know what? Before we go, we got about 10 minutes. Got all that going already. Where is our... Loretta. There's Gilda. Now I think... See, the new dino is more of a water dino. I did see one. I want to see if we could see more of them. I was thinking it wouldn't mind checking to see if we could tame it. Also, might be a good idea to go check out the... Can we make it all the way there? I'm not even sure. A long flight. Once we could get a couple of really good dinos to... Like, we're gonna probably try to tame a couple of gigas. And once we have the gigas tamed, we'll try to do the... We'll probably try to get a couple of element veins, if we can. So we could start getting some of the tech stuff. We're gonna have to do a boss fight in order to unlock the tech stuff first, though, so... But as soon as we get those the first, at least if we could get a gamma boss fight going, we'll be able to start looking at unlocking tech. Also, I'm going to try to tame another Pyroman. Right now would have been a good time. I don't even think you need kibble. You just have to injure it enough to be able to ride it and then find some dinos to kill. This might have been a mistake. Gonna have to make some ghillie armor. Okay, let's get some stamina. We're gonna fly over this island. Yeah, I think the next few levels that I do is going to be mainly probably going to be pumping into fortitude, especially for this area here. There's some lightning infused creatures. You know, taming a couple of thorny dragons, breeding them to get a full-grown one wouldn't be a bad thing. Taking damage, but it's not too bad so far. I haven't seen any element veins. Lightning infused Rex. So along here is where you can get black pearl. In fact, while we're here, let's see. I want to try this. $187, not bad. I like it. All right. Just gonna look real quick, see if there's any over here. Not gonna get too close to the lava. All right. We need to get out because we're starting to take damage. Yeah, coming this way on bird. So we get a faster flying animal. It's probably not the best idea. There's the new... So that one's not unlocked yet, so we can't really do anything there. There is the orbital supply drop. That's lightning. It's a yellow one, so it's probably decent loot. I think most of the loot that we did find in those has been pretty good. We're not ready for that yet, so we're not going to bother with it. Once we get a Giga, I think we'll be good. We could probably fight off everything. gas bags. Apparently they're really good for... They get decent carry weight. I haven't really used them in the past, so at some point we'll probably consider it. But we're going to start heading back because it is 9 o'clock already. It's pretty much time to wrap it up. So I'll just get to safe, relatively safe area, and then I'll wrap up the stream. So on the side where the new area is where the cave is that we're going to be. We're going to end up at some point going to. I'm going to go to this island right over here. Land, get some stamina, and we'll wrap up the stream, and then I'll. Hopefully we'll be able to get a lot of stuff done on Friday or on Thursday. Yeah, it looks like maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We might do Wednesdays. 2 hours every night. And by the way, I am going to start doing better thumbnails on my YouTube videos, so we'll be doing a lot more. And I think this is the island where there is bugs, so we're gonna have to be careful. We'll stop here because there's not a lot in this area. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up for today. I'll be back on Thursday with more from Astraeos. Starting next week, we'll probably be jumping into something a little different. I'm gonna try to maybe for Thursday we'll do a poll, and I'll extend the poll until, like, we'll do a poll with 2 games and figure out which games you guys want, and we'll see what people think. And it's going to be mainly survival-ish games. There's a couple of games that I'm willing to try out. I haven't played right through. I've only played a little bit, so we'll give it a shot. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to probably raid out at the end of this stream, so if you want to say hello to whoever we're raiding, that'd be awesome. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Have a good one. Bye.